Hey, Shalom, Shalom. It's the brother Abayi Buff from the DC Church, coming at you, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Shema Shai by Shemukal Kadash, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, by Hashem meaning in the name, Rakam meaning spirit, Kadash meaning holy. These are the names and the powers that I come to you in order to profess the 100% truth, and Lord's will seal the elect's fate. Shani Kabbalah, Kabbalah Rakaz, Kwame Naba'aith. Meaning double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS in these times, whom the Heavenly Father had enlisted the 100% truth to. And of course, Shalom Barakam Labakam Shah peace and blessings be upon the elect of the nation of Israel. All right. And to the men out there that's pushing this word in sincerity and truth, to you I say Shalom Barakam Thumb, peace and blessings be upon you. All right. Now, without further ado, I just wanted to make this video. Lord's will, I wanted to title this video, "The Lord Will Try You by Your Own Words." And this is kind of just pertaining to what happened last Saturday. As I was prophesying, and my spirit was fiery too, and especially to go into deep detail of, what I was going into, which was the book of Job, and really going into detail of the loss that Job had faced. It's not a coincidence that the Heavenly Father allows things to work out the way that they do, okay? It's not a coincidence that the Lord put the Spirit on me to talk about the things that I was talking about, and allow certain events to happen the way that they do. You got to understand that the Heavenly Father does everything perfectly. And the more we allow the Heavenly Father to kind of take control of things and leave things into the hands of the Heavenly Father, the more you're actually able to accept reality and accept, what's happening. Okay. Now, actually, this wasn't on my line of precepts, but I'd love to bring this out because this kind of pertains to what essentially what I'm talking about. Give me 1 second. Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. It says, "Casting all your care upon him, for he cared for you." Now, when you allow, the scriptures tell you, less of us, more of the Heavenly Father. When you are going through that process and when you're allowing those things to actually resonate with you and you're really casting your cares upon the Heavenly Father, any and every situation that's presented itself to you or that will present itself to you will become a lot more easier to deal with, okay? Especially when it pertains to us losing things. Now, to kind of wrap things up in a synopsis, me and the brother Dewada and Shamwala, we actually just came back from Miami last Saturday morning. I brought a whole bunch of clothes with me to Miami. I probably brought honestly, $5,000 worth of clothing, 4 pairs of shoes, probably 10 shirts or more, probably. I don't really remember, but it was a lot. Nonetheless, I also had some expensive cologne in there. I had my phone inside my luggage, and what happened was we took a flight in the morning time to get from Miami back to DC so that we could make it in time for camp, because we couldn't actually stay out in Miami another night and camp with those bros, unfortunately. But what happened is we left all of when we pulled up to the campsite, we parked behind the Howard Theater, and we left most of our belongings inside the trunk, and it was all in our luggage and what have you. So I guess what may have happened was the brother Sham didn't lock his door, or maybe however it worked, throughout the day, I'm prophesying and the Lord's putting the Spirit on me, and just out of nowhere I'm talking about Job, and I'm saying and this is the quote that I said verbatim. I said, when the Heavenly Father takes something away from you, it is not an attack. The Lord is not attacking you, but the Lord is trying your character. These are my exact words. Now, little did I understand in that point is that the Heavenly Father was actually going to allow me to be tried by those same exact words. Okay? And the thing is, thankfully, the Heavenly Father has given me enough integrity to actually live by what I say. Okay? Because time and time again, there's things that happen to me throughout this whole entire month. Literally throughout the whole entire month of August. The Lord has been allowing me to go through certain things and trying my character. And every time that I've went through something, it's just been like, like throwing a fucking piece of crumbled up paper at a brick wall. Like, it just deflects it. But I said all that to say this, that throughout the time of me saying that, I don't know if it was at that exact point when I said those words, but I know it was during the point to where I was talking about Job. I seen somebody walk past camp with my shoes on, with my same exact shoes on, it's a gray and white pair of Prada shoes that I had brought. But I didn't think too much of it. I'm like, yo, those look mad familiar. I thought I was the only person in the tri-state area with those shoes, But I kept prophesying and what have you. And then I think I stepped off to the side for a little bit. Or this is the point to when I actually knew that something had went down, is when there was another, a kind of a homeless looking guy that was walking past with Shamwa Allah's jacket. That's the point when I was like, yo, I think these people might have, broke into the car. So I hurried up and I told Zaquan, I said, yo, can I go check the vehicle real quick? Because I seen some people with my stuff. And then I went to go check the vehicle, and everything that I had brought, and mind you, Akim, I've been storing these things for years on end, probably ever since like 2018. Like, some of the clothing that I've had it for years, and it's expensive. I buy expensive clothes. I like to treat myself sometimes. But the fact is, the Lord showed me within that moment that the things that you say, you have to be tried by, okay? You have to be tried by. And the things that's why, let me bring out the precept real quick, because this is the precept I actually wanted to start off with. This is James chapter 1, verse 22. It reads, it says, but be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any be a hearer of the word, and not a doer, he is like a man beholding his natural face in a looking glass. For he beholdeth himself, and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. And this is what you can never forget what manner of man you actually are. We say that we're men of the Lord, so that means we're going to be tried by the Heavenly Father. We're going to be exercised. We're going to be put in the fiery furnace. Now, the thing about this situation, and what I love about, and this is what it means by count it all joy when thou fall into diverse temptation, okay? It's when you go through a trial and you understand what happened, and you understand that Satan attacked you, and you just don't give a fuck. That is count it all joy right there. It's when you can actually utilize the strength that the Heavenly Father has given you to make it through a trial. Because what I understand as a man is that anything that we have on this side is just our turn. It's temporary, okay? Having the mindset that everything in this world is temporary will not allow you to be upset about things will not allow you to be upset when those things are taken away from you, okay? Now, within that situation, brothers threw up curses. Brothers, that's already handled. So I'm never going to get those belongings back. And to be honest with you, I don't want it, because that was that person's consolation. Whoever had stole those belongings, that was his consolation. The Heavenly Father killed two birds with one stone. He judged me and tried me, and he also is going to judge and try the wicked too. All right. And the thing is, we have more pull because we're doing the works of Yahweh Shema Shai. So you've greatly offended somebody who's a servant of Yahweh Shema Shai. You have a death note on your back. Okay? And the Lord's gonna deal with that. And I truthfully believe that. Okay? But that's why, and this was given to me by the brother Yeshaya, which is a beautiful precept, which I'm gonna bring out. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 19, it says, lay not up for yourselves treasure upon earth where moth and rust doth corrupt and where thieves break through and steal. And this is exactly why my heart, the thing is, I always said this to myself before, I would always say these things too, that if anybody ever came and took anything from my closet or wiped me clean, I wouldn't give a fuck. The reason why is because I understand that these things are temporal and these things are, the thing is, carnal things will never make me nor break me. Okay? And that's the mentality that I can have to have too when it pertains to things of this flesh. A car, woman, clothing, money, anything that pertains, a career, these things should never make you or break you. Because when the Heavenly Father takes them away, you have to be ready for it. And you have to be accepting of it, okay? And that doesn't just go, I just lost clothing. That's cool, fuck it. There's going to come a time to where Akim are losing their jobs. Akim are losing their finances. Akim are losing certain things that are actually, detrimental. Not to say that amount of clothes wasn't detrimental to me, because now I'm going to have to buy some more clothes, but at the end of the 24, I'm still straight. I'm still living. I'm still breathing. I still have a shelter. I still have a car. I have a means of transportation. I still have my necessity. Okay? That was excess that the Heavenly Father had taken away from me. What happens when the Heavenly Father takes away necessity? How the fuck are you going to act in that time frame? Excuse my vulgarity. Okay? And that's what makes a character. That's what makes a man of the Lord, is when the Heavenly Father takes necessity away from you and you still prove to him that, look, I'm still here. I'm still standing. Okay? This strength that you have given me within your power, I'm going to utilize. I'm going to take it and I'm going to actually grow with this. Okay? And this is the character that the Heavenly Father is breeding through the trials that we're going through. Okay? Just as Job was. Job lost everything in a matter of seconds, in a matter of minutes. And multiple men came up to him and told him of the things that he had lost. How do you think Job felt? Okay? So these things are written, the scriptures tell you that these things are written for an example for our sake. Okay? So this is Matthew chapter 6, verse 20. It says, but lay up for yourselves treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your hearts be also. And my heart is not on the things that I've received carnally. It's on the things that I receive spiritually, because those things are eternal. And the thing is, what I have up here, the faith, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, no man can fucking put their hands on. No man can steal, okay? Nor can any man shake, except for Yahweh Shema Shai. But until then, and I pray that Heavenly Father doesn't allow that to happen, I'm going to remain unmovable, man. All right? And I pray this inspires Akim, to keep the same kind of fire and torch within their spirit too, and to acquire these traits too, man. Okay? Because the things that pertain to this world, actually, let me grab that real quick, man. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4. It's my favorite precept. Verse 18. It says, man, I started at 17. It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. That means the situation that I went through, I understand that, yeah, that's been taken away from me, son. And it may hurt for a little bit. To be honest with you, I was not affected in any way, shape, or form. I was like, listen, if you want to take this shit, go the fuck ahead, man. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. But understand that there's a price that you have to pay for it. But that's why it says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. Because the things that we're going to receive after the trial is done, after we're exercised by the Heavenly Father, is going to be far more greater than the shit that we had before. Okay? Or far more greater than the things that we received before, man. All right. The Lord is into taking care of his prophets. If you don't know that by now, that means you ain't really got faith. The Lord takes care of his prophets, man. That's something I know for a fact, because look at the predicament I'm in. Look at what the Heavenly Father has done for me. Okay. And I see it within Akim too. The Lord takes care of his prophets no matter what anybody thinks. Okay. Akim don't go home starving. Yeah, we may struggle from here and then, but we have brothers to backbone us, man. We have Yahweh Shema Shai to backbone us, man. All right? So it says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal. And that's something you have to understand. Anything that you can physically see that's your quote-unquote possession is temporal, man. It's your turn. It's not yours to keep. We're behind enemy lines, man. All right? So it says, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Because what I have right here, what the Heavenly Father has allowed me to breed up here, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the spirit, the bravery, the courage, okay, the brotherly love, these are things that cannot be stripped away from me because it is in my spirit. All right? So let me grab, I'm going to actually end right there, Akim. I pray that you are edified through this epistle. When it's your time and the Heavenly Father decides to take something away from you, or the Heavenly Father decides to deal with you, don't view it as an attack. View it as a trial, okay? And view it as time to prove to the Heavenly Father that you're worthy enough to be called his servant, all right? Just as Job was stricken away from all the things that he had, it's going to be like us. We're going to be stripped away from all the things that we have carnally. But that's a time to where the Heavenly Father is testing your character, all right? So with that, I give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shema Shabbat Shema Kalkadash. Shani Kabah Gawala Rakabs, acclaim now by Aith, wa Shalom, wa Barakam, Labakan, Shiash Allah, Shalom, Makim.